So yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of accepted I'm not very good at doing this whole chatting on a screen malark, but I don't know. Kind of feel like I just want to vent this out, or at least chew through my confusion. But like, went to the shop, and we got the street preachers out again. And they're everywhere. They're always all over the place, man. So we've got the Muslim ones, we've got the Hare Krishna ones, we've got the Mormons, we have the actual Catholic guy. You know, there's like 10 of them. You can't move through the street without getting spoken to by like 10 of these people, each of them trying to convince you that their God is the right God and we should tell everyone else to go to hell and that we should all adhere to a single faith. And, you know, leave them to it. But one of them stops me and starts chatting. And I like to chat, so I just start chatting back. And he's there and he's like, oh, yeah, so, you know, the religion. What do you think of our religion? What do you think of these things? What do you think of that? Why do you think that we're the right religion? And I was like, but you're just an Abrahamic religion. Judaism, Christianity, and Islam are all based on the genealogy of Abraham and the original teachings of Abraham, because apparently Abraham is the descendant of Noah, who was the descendant of Adam. So they all have the same basis in mythology. The only difference was that they were written several hundred years apart from each other. So if they worship the same God, who is Abraham's God, and they follow the teachings and genealogy of Abraham to show legitimacy of their faith, why the utter fuck can't they just get along? Like, maybe I'm missing something. But you've basically got three brothers, Judaism, Islam, and Christianity, that came from the same father, but they all hate each other and want each other to die, and feel that there's no room for the others to exist. And I think that's stupid. Well, that's just so stupid. And so I'm saying this to this guy, and I'm like, well, you're all the same religion, so why can't you all just get along? Like, why do we need to have one upping the other to function? And his response was turn around and go, well, if you believe God's all-powerful, then how can there be two gods? Because surely then they both can't be all-powerful. And my response to that is just turn around and go, so you're telling me that gods are incapable of working together or living in harmony with each other? So just because humans are petty and beat each other with sticks and rocks and rape and murder and cavort on the corpses of the lineage, that gods by default have to do that? But I thought the idea of God was that he's supposed to be so far removed from us that he's a being with far greater capacity. But according to this guy, they're all so petty that they would fall to infighting, which to me seems like projecting projecting humanity onto God. Like, it doesn't make sense. And the only way it kind of does make sense is when you realize that none of these religions actually care about God. None of these religions actually care about the teachings or spiritual advancement or the development of the self. They all care about winning. That's it. And I think that is very far removed from godliness. Like, why at all can it only be that one religion has to dominate the rest when they all come from the same guy? And it just really confuses me. And the more and more and more I learn about it, and the more and more and more I learn about like all the little nuances of when Satan and Lucifer became the same guy, and at what point the Sunni and Shiites decided that they no longer felt that they were adhering to the same lineage of Abraham and all this malark. It's all people. None of religion is God in the way that they would tell you. It's all just people trying to screw each other and one-up each other, but using God as a justification for it. And it pisses me off. Like, I've had personal revelation. Getting personal revelation isn't hard. You just ask for it and listen, and put some time into actually making sure you can hear. But, yeah, apparently it doesn't matter. And I'm not saying I'm an expert, and I'm not saying I'm, like, better than anyone else, but, like, The personal revelation I've had suggests that it's all just one big religion. And that the people are stupid, basically. And, yeah, I don't know. Am I just being, like, weird? Am I, like, missing the point somehow? Am I myself just a massive idiot for thinking that Abraham would be offended at the idea that his teachings and influence has literally been the death knell of billions of people over history, even though it's all the same religion? Like, I swear down, if you just took the Bible, the Quran, and the Torah, and ran it through a compare and contrast synergistic algorithm on ChatGPT or something, you'd actually be able to make an actual unified religious book that would be applicable and workable to all three of the major religions and would completely remove any need for Christians, Muslims, or Jews to hate each other. But then I know full well that if I was to do that, and if I was to, like, send it out and be like, oh, look, people, check out this. You're all the same religion, you're just being pathetic douchebags and killing each other over it because you can't accept you're all the same religion. I'd get assassinated. Because people don't want peace between the religions. They want everyone to hate each other. They want everyone to fight. And it's... they'd all weep. All the prophets, all the messiahs, all those that have been slightly more in tune with God to make them seem like they're almost an entirely different genus of human, they would weep. They would weep. And I don't understand why we think it's so normal to be like that. I don't know. Like always, I just kind of ramble crap, but it's just one of these things I don't get. And maybe someone that can comment would be able to put in some input or give me some advice. Why are three religions who all shared the same root source so opposed to each other and constantly saying that one of them has to be in charge and the others must be destroyed, when it's all the same thing? And if that's the case, that I'm not wrong, that it is stupid and they are all from the same religion, then surely that would make the three modern religions a direct source of satanic influence, because they'd be trying to disrupt the unity and love that God would have made first. I don't get it. And the more and more I try to understand it, the less sense it makes. I don't know. It was just something I needed to quaff out. But yeah, I don't know. There's probably going to be another one of these things where, like, no one ever watches these videos, or I'll get, like, a single dude being like, but I don't know. Maybe someone could explain how I'm misunderstanding it. Or maybe I'm right. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe the only way that we're ever going to find out is after we die and we get told and see what actually is next, and that all of it's irrelevant up until that point. I don't know. Just someone make it make sense. Like, what?